Hello everyone, I'm Liquid Amber Girl, and I'm one of those people with a north-facing front porch. So making up a fall planter for a part-sun situation can be a little challenging. Join me and let's see what we can come up with. When I start seeing mums and asters, kale, and black-eyed Susans at the garden centers, I always feel a little bit jealous of those people with full sun on their front porch. But those of us that have north-facing houses can have beautiful planters too. Today I will be using this really pretty wooden planter that I found at Lowe's, some potting soil, slow-release fertilizer, and of course, our shade-loving plants. When you find your planter, begin by checking to make sure that it has drainage holes. This will be really important because your planter is going to have to deal with some colder temperatures, so we don't want water just sitting there. Otherwise, the roots of your plants will be completely damaged. If it does not have those drainage holes, you can drill one or two depending on how large the planter is. Next, add some soil. You can fill it pretty full, just depending on how you like to work with it. I like to just move it around my plants as I add them in, and then I always add a little bit more as I go. I'm adding some all-purpose organic fertilizer to my soil. Just an overflowing handful should do it. Yes, it is fall, and yes, these plants will want to have some dormancy, but it's not time yet, especially the pansies that I will be planting. They should stay blooming through the fall and well into our winter. My dog Matilda loves gardening too, as you can see. I'll begin with the Coleus. Isn't it gorgeous? My lighting here isn't great, but I'll show you pictures of it at the end so you can really appreciate all the different tones and colors of magenta that are in the leaves. This Coleus is an annual, but it will last for a good long time because it will be better protected from frost up here on my porch. After freeing the Coleus from its container, just give the roots a little massage, breaking up the root memory. Dig a hole near the center of your planter and pat the soil in around the roots. Next up is this darling wee false cypress. Its scientific name is Chamaecyparis lawsoniana. Once the frost does its damage to the Coleus, I will remove it and scooch the false cypress into the center of this arrangement. Since it is an evergreen, it will be gorgeous even throughout the winter. And to finish, I will go all the way around the planter with pansies. They had their dormant season in the summer, and they are ready for a vigorous time of flowering and growth now that fall is here. These pansies don't need any massage on their roots, but if you have any annuals or perennials that have roots growing around the bottom of the pot, the roots may need to be disrupted. That's what I call a root massage. If the roots aren't disrupted, they may continue to grow in a circular motion, eventually choking themselves to death, even if they're planted with plenty of room to grow. Just keep adding your pansies in, filling in the empty spaces of your planter. You can plant them quite close together and they will be happy campers. If you watch in the background here, you will see Miss Matilda jump off of the porch and run out across the street. Needless to say, Tilly will be spending some of her time in the house for the rest of this video. I've made a quick list of other shade-loving plants that would look good in a fall planter, just in case you're not a lover of coleus and pansies. Don't be afraid to use perennials in your arrangements. At the end of your planting, when you only have one or two more plants to squeeze in, it's helpful to use an empty pot to hold some extra soil. Then I just have it right handy and I can add it wherever it is needed. Don't be afraid to fill your planter in with pansies. You don't want to have any empty spots where you can see the soil, and you can't mess it up. Be confident. Don't forget to water your plants well. It will help the soil settle down around the roots and get them started growing. I hope you enjoyed this video. For more gardening advice, you can follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a great week. Liquid Amber Girl, Gardening.